Ladies and gentlemen, we have in this corner standing from Akron, Ohio, the undisputed, undefeated. That's not the little one. Yeah. Cause it ain't his face, he wanna baddie, baddie. He said bad bitch, point her out. Where she at? Baddie, point her out. Where she at? Point her out. There she goes. See a bad bitch, point her out. Where she at? Point her out. Where she at? Point her out. There she goes. Point her out. Where she at? Point her out. Point her out. Where she at? Point her out. There she goes.
All right, what is going on, entertainers? So time come to y'all with another video. We doing Hollywood Hot Topics. Y'all know what to do. Hype up the video, like the video. Let me know what y'all think down below. Now we talking Real Housewives of Atlanta mid-season trailer. This season is one of the best seasons that we've seen in a minute. I cannot stop saying it. I'm just so surprised at how good this season is because we did not get a lot of spoilers leading up to this season. I think that's what made it even better because the anticipation was not killed because we were not expecting certain things to unfold. Now the trailer starts off with this trader theme experience hosted by Phaedra. By the way, this is not the first time they did this. I hate to bust your bubble, but from somebody who watches Bravo a lot, they did this on Real Housewives of Orange County. Tamra was also on Traders, and they did their season trailer. I don't know if it was the mid-season or the actual trailer, with Tamra doing the same thing that Phaedra is doing. So just so you guys know, this is not new, okay? But I like the fact that they did it anyways. Now, this trailer to me was really good because there's so much to unpack here. First, let's start off with Shamia versus Portia. So the disgusting thing, because Portia's been saying, Shamia said something really trifling that I don't think I'll be ever able to get over. So we find out what the trifling thing was, and it was about her mama. Okay, you talk about my mama, you talk about my mama? Yeah, okay. She talked about her mom and said, your mom did something very trifling and disgusting to me. So apparently Shamia's been holding this grudge. To me, Portia has every right to be mad at her. I remember last season's reunion, they were going to go down that wrong road, and they kind of put a stop to it when it comes to talking about the mamas. For her to bring it up and regurgitate it again, after even on YouTube, she kind of insinuated and talked about it lightly. Shamia, you dead ass wrong. You are, okay? Y'all making me defend Portia, but you dead ass wrong for doing that because that gives that you were mad about the mother situation. So this whole time, has the mom been in your ear? Is that why you're so upset? Is because the mom is in your ear telling you about negative things about Portia because she's upset at Portia's mom? Now, apparently it has something to do, according to Shamia, about a daycare type situation, and that is the reason why she is upset with her. Okay, apparently Shamia's mom owned a daycare. Portia's mom ran daycares, and apparently Shamia's mom's daycare shut down allegedly, and Portia's mom bought it or something to that effect, and I guess didn't give it back to her. This is alleged, and this is what this is what Shamia has alluded to, especially on YouTube. She made a YouTube video about it, talking it a little bit in detail after the season had ended. Also in the trailer, we end up seeing Portia crying, telling Dennis he's the drama. He's not the drama, he's the trauma. Didn't I tell you guys, I have this feeling that I think Portia still is involved with Dennis sexually. I feel like maybe when he drops the kid off, his daughter off, that once in a blue moon, his hot dog may end up in her butt. You get what I'm saying? There might end up being a mayo placed on top of the glizzy. Like, you just may never know. I have that feeling every time I do see them interact. Although Portia says, she's into women, she's bisexual, I do think she does enjoy the D a lot. So that is something that was in the trailer. She was crying, and then you see sort of Sway comforting her and telling her like everything's like gonna be okay. We do see a cameo from Giselle. Now, okay. Does this kind of confirm the pastor situation? Because there's all these rumors about who's the pastor, who was the pastor that Kelly had dealings with. A lot of people were saying that it was Tank allegedly, who was on Bravo, Tankard, who apparently is a pastor, is a pilot. So they're saying it would make more sense. And that's why Portia mentioned the stewardess comment. But then we see Giselle on there. So it's like, could Giselle be feeding the Atlanta girls information? Hence how maybe Phaedra found out, hence telling Portia. I still believe the tanker situation because it makes a lot more sense. But I just thought that was very interesting. And Giselle, please get out. You know what I'm saying? Get out. We no. Okay. This season is good enough. Now they do go on an international trip this season for the later half, which I love. And then we also see Phaedra helping out Kelly in regards to her divorce. Now I found this interesting because Kelly, did you go to her for storyline purposes, or did you really go to her because you wanted to really seek her legal counsel? Because she's the same one kind of telling people rumors about you and who you've allegedly slept with, i.e., she's the one that told Portia. So, or she also knows and kind of backed up Portia, backed up Portia. So it's like, why would you go to somebody like that? Because I wouldn't. I'm sorry. It's just like, no, you are low-key a little bit of an op. You're friends with one of my biggest ops. Why would I trust you in anything in regards to anything legal, divorce, custody, any of that? But I feel like it was the producer's point to make that happen. And that's why we have that scene. I think the producers kind of pushed Kelly like, hey, you should go seek Phaedra's counsel, because we've seen it done a lot of times with other housewives. Sheree has went to Phaedra. We've seen Kenya has kind of gotten advice from Phaedra. Cynthia has gotten advice from Phaedra. Like, we've seen a couple of girls kind of get legal advice from her. So I think they kind of pushed her to do that. Then we also end up seeing Drew versus K. Michelle. I'm kind of over their beef, especially since they're beefing over Black. And we kind of found out his alleged situation. I'm over it. Okay? K. Michelle, you are married. Why are you even iotaing a man about a thing? Like, it's so stupid to me. Like, it's so dumb. You are married. One situation you got Black, another situation you got this African. If I was your husband, I'd be pissed. Like, what's up with all these niggas in these situations? Like, come on now, am I not here? But once again, it's open. So who am I to say it? You feel me? It's open. They deal with it openly, right? Also, we have at the end of the trailer, we see Pinky singing a little bit. I wouldn't say better than Drew, but she's just singing, y'all. She's singing, and then Drew kind of gagged, and the whole cast is sort of gagging at her singing. Okay, it gave a little bit of when y'all remember Love and Hip Hop when that girl told Lyrica, "Is it on site? Is it on site? It'll be all right." And Lyrica said, "On site." Y'all gotta clip that again. That was a good clip. I used to have that clip, but I need to clip that again. That was so funny. Is it on site? Is it on site? It gave a little bit of that. Okay. Drew's Pinky sounded really good for somebody who's not a singer. She actually sounds amazing. So hey, maybe her next venture is going to be vegan beats. You know what I'm saying? Studio made with materials, producer beats, materials in a studio that are strictly vegan product made. Equipment. That may be her next venture. Now, just off this mid-season trailer, I don't think they're going to shake up the cast next season. I feel like they're going to probably maybe demote one girl and test the new girl. And that's about it. I don't feel like they should make any major changes. I don't feel like they should adjust it a whole lot, because this season has been really refreshing compared to what we've seen in the past. I do feel as if this whole freaking Kenya and this whole situation where Break gets resolved, I would like to see her come back. Of course, we'd like to see Nene come back, but y'all know that's a little bit of a long shot depending on this whole girls trip situation and how it goes. But those are two people I like to see return back and maybe test the new girl out as a friend or something. That's pretty much it with next season, because if they shake it up, they're going to screw up something good, because now they have something good going on right now. One thing I found pretty funny and thought to be a little rich was seeing Portia and Kelly crying and holding each other. Man, please. Like, yeah, they so fake. It's not even funny. Like, girl, bye. It's such a sham. It's like not even funny. Like that was like the biggest joke to see because we all know that doesn't last. That was pretty much it for the midseason trailer. I would give it a 10 out of 10. Let me know what y'all think down below of the midseason trailer. What things on there shocked y'all? And what are you guys looking forward to seeing? I'm really looking forward to seeing Shamia versus Portia because it's been teased so much online about what was said. Apparently, this story between Portia and Shamia's mom is very dark. The stuff I've read, it goes very, very dark. We're gonna do a little bit of a deep dive a little bit later. Okay, let me know what y'all think. And we all babies. You must be delusional. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Welcome to the house of entertainers. Spilling all the tea on the famous. Lights, camera, action getting dangerous. Welcome to the house of entertainers. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. The show. Welcome to the house of entertainers.
All right, next thing I wanted to get into, you guys, is Tasha K. It's a girl, Tasha K. What else? Okay, let's talk about Miss Sibber. Okay, now some good news going out for her. Okay, they said, and this was a collab post with Neighborhood Talk. Okay, apparently, you guys, she ended up signing a syndication deal, the same syndication deal as if with Wendy Williams. Okay, they said neighbors get in here for this. Tasha K signs with Oceanic Trade Winds, the company behind some of the biggest names in urban media, including Wendy Williams, Ricky Smiley, and Donnie McClurkin. The partnership sets the stage for what's ahead. I'm genuinely happy to be partnered with a company I've admired since I came into the business, Tasha K said. Rick Party first spotted me on YouTube back in 2017 and took me to Gary, who I met 3 years ago. So this has truly been a deal in the works for about 3 years. If it wasn't for Rick, I wouldn't have met or become a part of this incredible team. Now I'm working closely with Gary and Rick, and they're implementing a strong Salesforce team behind me and the brand that my team and I have built over the past 14 years. This is just the beginning. All right, so working with Tasha reminds me of when I started working with Wendy. This is Gary's words, and syndicated her. That same star power, that same connection to the people. We're moving aggressively to syndicate Tasha nationally and globally. She brings reach, loyalty, commerce backed by platforms generating between 150 and 250 million views per month across YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Bigo, and more, all anchored by one of the most loyal fan bases in the entertainment. Though I know they don't watch, they show up, they support, they convert. That's the kind of engagement advertisers spend years trying to manufacture. Okay. Legendary executive producer and voiceover iconic Ray Party added, when I saw Tasha on YouTube for years ago, I knew she had the it factor. She reminded me of Pete Green, unapologetic black, fearless, raw, and connected to the people. With the same conversion starting energy Wendy Williams brought to media. Love her or hate her, people watch, people react, people talk. That's the Tasha K power. Okay. Now, this is how I feel about this. I feel like either last this will either not last due to Tasha K and or the way the industry is. And the reason why is because let's say she does become syndicated on television. I feel like the way Tasha K is, there are certain things that she says to me that are extremely ignorant. What made Wendy Williams great is that she was multifaceted in regards to her thinking. Okay. Although she was ignorant in certain things, most of the things she at least knew a general information about. For instance, the topic of LGBTQ. Tasha K is extremely, in my opinion, against it. Let's be real. As much as she can say, "Oh, I don't have a problem," no, she has like a prejudice against it. It's just facts. It's not me taking it personal. I don't really give a crap like that, to be honest. What the lady cares or believes. This is just my opinion. I feel as if that in itself, she cannot speak on certain topics because she's not aware of certain information. Unlike a Wendy Williams, who to me is aware of that certain topic and kind of knew that world. Another situation I feel like Wendy Williams to me appealed to all races and kinds. To me, I don't see Tasha K having that same effect. I feel like she appeals to the general black audience. Do I see a white woman in her middle 30s sitting down and watching Tasha K? No. And I think that's why it's a lot of these shows that are getting syndicated on television, like the Sherry Shepherd show, where they're not appealing to all audiences. So it bothers me when people compare anybody, I don't care who it is, to Wendy Williams, only because she appealed to every single type of race. And that's what made her great. Okay. A soccer mom that dropped Johnny to the soccer game could watch it. A hood bitch named Trina up the street that lives in Liberty City could watch her. You feel me? A New York baddie from the bodega in Bronx would be able to watch her. And Key. All of those people would come in one room and still would be able to enjoy her. In my opinion, I don't think Touch K has that type of audience. Okay. Of course, I'm happy only because it's not easy for Black creators to be able to get opportunities like this at all. So that in itself, I feel like is amazing. So big congrats to her, because a deal like this, an opportunity like this, does not come often whatsoever. But I do feel like it's gonna come with some issues as well. Another thing, also, I feel like that may affect this is this cancel culture. I feel like Tasha K would have been perfect in the Wendy Williams era. And I'm talking circa 2010 through 2018, around that era. Now this world is extremely sensitive. Tasha K gonna get up there and be like, she look like a man. They gonna say, oh, she transphobic. Tasha K gonna go there and be like, you sure you should have kept that baby? I don't know. They gonna say she anti women's rights. You get what I'm saying? It's just like this world right now is so sensitive. I just don't see a show of hers lasting and or radio and or television, especially with the reputation she has already built. And that's what's sad. I do find some of the stuff she says to be funny. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a hater. I do find some of the stuff that she says to be funny as well. Because the type of power and the jokes that she puts behind it. But this era that we're living in, y'all, look what happened with this Love Island thing. They dug up that thing so quick and she is out of there, girl. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like the people that do not like this lady will make sure that this does not last. And then finally, this Cardi B situation. Financially, her being in this rut that she is in with Cardi, how is she going to be able to deal and operate in a space like this with this huge financial, rut looming against her on top of her head? Are they going to assist her with that? Because in my opinion, I feel like if you're gonna go into an opportunity like this, you need to right all of your wrongs before going into it. I'm a big believer in that. Okay. Don't, of course, you should never let anything block your blessings, but you should be able to walk into a blessing without anything holding you back. The last thing Tasha K, in my opinion, needs is for her to walk into a big blessing like this with a $4 million debt looming and Cardi B bothering her every 2 seconds. Straight up. You get what I'm saying? She's still not able to talk about Cardi B. She's still not able to talk about this person. And once again, this goes into the world being so sensitive. Okay. All right. Once again, this is great for her. And I do feel like this is like a huge opportunity that we don't see given often, especially from somebody who started on YouTube. So that in itself, I'm happy for her. But once again, I don't think this will last if she ends up on radio and or television because of the state of the world right now. What do you guys think about this major deal? And are you guys happy for Ms. Keebly? Now on to some more good news, y'all. This is the video of good news, okay? Drew could keep her home, okay? She could keep her home. She could stay in her home. How about that? All right. They said neighbors look like Drew won't be homeless after all. A Georgia judge reportedly made it last minute and ruled that she can remain in the Georgia mansion she shares with her estranged husband. Drew was previously facing a May 31st deadline to move out as part of their ongoing divorce battle and claimed the decision would have left her without a place to live. Now, according to reports, the judge has reversed the earlier ruling and is now allowing both Drew and Ralph to continue living in the marital home for now. Okay. I'm happy about this. I don't care what nobody say. Ralph to me has been a little bit too quiet about the situation. So that in itself shows me it's a little bit of guilt. Because I remember I think he started a YouTube and he was online doing interviews in the comments, all that. Since all this has been going on, he's been mute. Of course, it's probably due to legal counsel. But knowing how he is, especially on the show, it just was very odd to me that he became very quiet when all of these legal ongoings were happening. in regards to the home. So that to me showed a little bit of guilt, and that mortgage situation, all of that, he probably was guilty of not paying it. And that's why the judge quickly made that reversal decision. So I'm happy for Drew. But Drew, I'm gonna need you to stay away from that black smoke. Uh-huh. Yeah. And I ain't talking about the barbecue nigga. Okay, I'm talking about the nigga that look like the barbecue. Yes, him. You need to stay away from him, babes. Have you not seen Justin Carter investigate him? You need to stay far away from him. Straight up. Okay. Please do not hop from one narc to another. It will leave you sucked dry and your pockets empty. You've already dealt with it once. Don't do it again. It will be very bad for you. Okay. So let's talk Latto, okay? Latto dropped her album, which I took a quick listen. Eh, Stay tuned for the video recap. Y'all know I do the album recap videos. Not the biggest fan, I'm not gonna lie. Only because it's like a lot of the songs sounded very similar to other things that she has out. So, Big Mama, you know what I'm talking about? That big drama, the usual. Well, in the rap song, she ends up clapping back at Cardi over the situation with her ranting. So y'all remember back in the day, not back in the day, because this happened like a little bit ago, but when Cardi was going back and forth with the JTs and all of that situation, right? Around that time frame, there was an audio leak of her basically saying, B said, what? Let's clock it. Talking about buying Big Mama a bag like nigga and already bought it. This is what Latto says. Bishop would get in that booth. Okay. She ended up calling Latto like a punani over her interaction with Ice Spice, because y'all know her and Ice Spice quickly made up. Latto and Ice Spice quickly made up when they made that song together and all of that. So she was calling the audio saying she'll slap the out of Ice Spice and everything like that. She ain't no punani, right? Like Latto. And then she then went on Twitter basically saying, I was ranting hot at the moment, but with Latto heavy. I respect everything about her, including her team. That's so sweet. And nope, I'm not too prideful to apologize to somebody I really respect. So this my apology. And now I'm going to privately buy her a bag. Latto did not reply back when she tweeted this a little bit ago, but then she now replied back at the song. Now, since the song has dropped, Cardi has not replied back. I feel like this. Like, I would feel insulted too. I don't care what nobody say. If you hear somebody talking about you in a phone call, a text, and you see somebody talk about you in a text message, a voice note, a voicemail, it does not matter. I don't care what you do to make up for it. Now I know you're a fake bitch. You're talking about my back. And if you were bold enough to call me a punani over a beef that I'm having with another artist, I could only imagine the stuff that you've been saying behind my back. So I feel like Latto has all the rights to throw shots at Cardi. And she knows she has all the rights to do it, because that's why she didn't reply back so quickly. Because we all know how Cardi mouth is. She would have easily went on Twitter and said something really quick in a clapback. But she's been mute since this dropped. She's probably gonna diss her in the next track, knowing how Cardi moves. But I feel like she had all rights to do this. She had all rights. Because if Latto was going back and forth with Ice Spice, and let's say she popped her or like kept going and kept going deeper with this beef, y'all would say, oh, she's dragging it. She dragging it because she's a newer artist. She trying to get clout off her Ice. Blah, 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 blah. Oh my God. And I feel like if it was Bia, there would be a quick response. So why is there not a quick response when it comes to Latto? Like, why is there hesitation? Why is there like a wait time? It should be quick. It should be hurried. It should be fast. That's how I feel. Which I think. Okay. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If you're gonna be in this rap industry, the energy needs to be kept the same all around. Right now, Latto recently opened up too about her retirement tweet that she made post the album announcement.
My retirement album, my last album, I didn't believe you for 1 second. Like, I really didn't. I'm just being honest with you. I was like,
that's fine.
Nah, you said it yourself. You're a very ambitious person. I was like, listen, is Latto confusing maternity leave with retirement?
Remember when we was talking about postpartum depression, good days, bad days?
Mm-hmm.
That was definitely not one of the good days, especially experiencing postpartum for the first time. You don't know what to expect. Like, I kind of underestimated it. So Yeah, that was just one of those days where I was at home and overwhelmed with the album, and I was overwhelmed.
Really?
I was overwhelmed. I'm experiencing motherhood for the first time. I'm dropping my album, my last album at that I owe the label. So it's just like I was going through it that day. Today's a good day. I don't know if I would.
Today is a good day, okay? Y'all know that rap song? It was a
Say I'm retiring today. Talk to me next week again. I might say, no, that shit was for real. So I don't know. I'm going through it, and listen, I crashed. It is what it is.
We all know she isn't serious, okay? Latto does not have the Rihanna freaking catalog to take a Rihanna retirement. There's a big difference. I'm just saying, okay? She does not have the repertoire and the catalog to take a Rihanna break. Rihanna could only do something like that. So we all know that was pure cap. All right. Now, I'm so sick of Like, boy just don't stop. Okay. Douche water. He said his cookie clean. It's toilet water. He said I made like a bag of potatoes. I'm trying to sit on his face and it's not accidental. Douche water. Okay. Now, she recently tweeted and said, Cardi, where your Latto dissing? Where you at? Latto dissing you, or is she really? I don't know now because the diss didn't really hit. But no, well, no. I got to do that over. Cardi, where you at? Latto dissing you. Oh, is she really? I really know because like the diss really hit like that. But did you offer her a bag? But this hip hop getting a booth, girl. I love a good battle. Call Party, B. Go wake Cardi up. Y'all get body to the floor now. Ain't nobody speculating. This toast Cardi. But when I buy this, it's a problem. Fiji water. Y'all about to start acting like I ain't here see shit. I don't care if y'all call me messy. Call me a blogger. But we ain't about to get to the bottom of everything. Don't worry. They did wasn't hitting on nothing. He still gave hard, still gave pussy. But I ain't hear how it should have been when they would call you behind closed doors. That mean this how she really feel about you, girl. Okay. You know what's funny? You have to respect Akbar's dedication of inserting herself in anything when it comes to the rap girls of the industry. Like she just will not give up. Okay, that is the definition of perspiration, motivation. You know what I'm saying? Anticipation, or all of the patience. Okay, she just will not let up. You can't be mad at the hustle. You really can't, because she just won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Bad boy, literally. Okay. And the fact that a lot of the girls do not give her a response, at least directly, it's even funnier. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Cardi hop on Twitter, goes on a space, and and gets to cussing people out. We all know how that goes. Okay. Like I just wouldn't even put it past her. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna hop on that damn space and get the growling and howling and be like, yeah, Jack. You know how she do. So I'm waiting for the response. I'm just saying, and the only reason why I'm keeping this energy with her is because of the energy she had with Bia. Okay. You went in on Bia, even though Bia came for you first, don't get me wrong, but you went in on her hard. And this girl over here dissing you hard. So the same energy should be kept. Just saying. Okay. I wanted to talk about this story, you guys, of this boy, right? I'm gonna do a video on it on Media Kingdom, which is gonna drop on Sunday. So there was this young boy, you guys, that went into a corner store and ended up picking up a water bottle. This ended up having his life literally taken. This story is so sad to me because this boy literally lost his life over a water bottle. So I watched the footage on Law and Crime, and then also I'm not a lawyer, but I love her, by the way. Once again, stay tuned for the Media Kingdom because I'm doing a whole quick breakdown of it. I feel like this is what, in my opinion, I think happened. When he went into the store, you guys saw there's a footage of him putting the water bottle back and forth into the refrigerator of the store, right? Into where the water bottles were placed. Of course, he didn't have the water bottle on him, so they literally unalived him for nothing. When they asked him to take stuff out of his pocket, I believe he had his GUN in his pocket where it looked like there was a water bottle, and he was scared. His name is Cyrus. This was the young boy that was unalived. He was scared to pull out the GUN, because he thought that the GUN would either have them unalive him right then and there in the store because they would feel threatened, and or he was scared they were going to call the police on him. So instead, he decided to run to avoid both of those situations, which is sad because that ended up him being killed. The situation to me is wrong all around, because instead of chasing the boy like he's a damn freaking animal, why didn't y'all call the police? He's already on camera for probably a water bottle that costs less than $3. Y'all took his life. You would have thought this man is in a jewelry store stealing thousands of dollars of jewelry, but y'all mad over a water bottle. And mind you, he did not even steal it. When they asked him to put his bag down, he did not even get mad. He did not even push against it. Now, of course, he shouldn't have had a GUN on him. Of course, he's 15 years old. He's way too young for that. There was no reason for him to have had a GUN on him. It's really sad that the path that some of these kids now are going through, to where they have to resort to having these weapons and all this stuff on them. So that part, of course, I'm not excusing. But what I've been seeing on the trial so far, what bothers me is how the murderer's defense, because you are a murderer, you killed him, Rick Chow. They're trying to make the witnesses, because thank God there were several witnesses. They're trying to make it seem as if Cyrus pulled out a GUN and basically threatened them, and that's why they ended up being unalive. No, babes, that man was running for dear life. He ended up busting his butt, and y'all ended up popping him. Pure point blank. Okay. And that it just bothers me how they're trying to push this narrative, especially with the questioning of the witnesses, so the witnesses can make it seem as if he was threatening to them and try to twist and spin the narrative. That really irritates me. Watching it, because I have been following it along, it really irritates the heck out of me listening to it. I'm like, ooh, I'm telling y'all, like, between this and Stefan Diggs, Chef, God forbid the day knock on wood, Lord. Lord, please don't ever find me up in the courthouse, because my patience not that high yet, Lord. Okay. Oh my God. I would snap, because I don't like when people ask me a question repeatedly and I already answered it. Stop playing in my face. Like, literally, I already told you this is my answer. Leave me alone. Okay. Because his defense, you guys, is literally the way that they were hammering these witnesses. Oh my God. And it's sad because all of them were, of course, Black, which adds to the frustration of it. Okay. I will be doing an update video on this, you guys. Let me know what y'all think about this situation. What do y'all believe happened with Cyrus? Do you guys think that the papa was put out, and that's why Rick and his son felt so threatened to do what they did? Or do you guys think that it was really them wanting justice for this water bottle and him being chased down like an animal? And that's why what happened. Mind you, when he runs and all of that stuff, all his belongings and stuff are falling over. So let's say you didn't catch up to him. Y'all were going to get justice for that water bottle one way or another. This is why when I work in retail, I'm not chasing no nigga. You got me messed up. First of all, I didn't never pay enough for that. Like, no, I don't care if they do own the damn grocery. They do own the damn corner store. No, y'all not paying me enough for that. I've been out to corner stores now. There's certain corner stores they have to buzz you in and out. So why the heck y'all don't have that type of system in to where he couldn't have ran? There's a lot of corner stores like that now where you can't even just leave willingly. They have to buzz you out. So let me know what y'all think about this situation, y'all, because I find it extremely frustrating. All right, y'all. So update on the whole Love Island of things, y'all. It looks as if Miss Thing has gotten removed from the villa. Okay. She came here for love. She left without an opportunity. Okay, Miss Vasana, y'all, is gone, right? After the video surfaced of her saying the N-word, and I feel like they did the right thing. This is a lesson to you girlies that are not of color to stop saying the N-word. I got a few comments saying that I was not defending the lady. First of all, I'm the one who said, yeah, they need to keep that same energy and kick her out, just like they did with Yulissa. So who's excusing nothing? Okay, stop it. Now they are kicking her out. She is out of the villa. They said one of the announced cast members for season 8 of Love Island has already been kicked off the show. TMZ learned after allegedly using a racial slur. Here's the deal: video surfaced online, which appears to show the contestant using the N-word. Okay, our sources say the videos that have surfaced on social media to be private videos, clips not publicly shared until after the cast was announced. Y'all, her friend set her up. Her friend set her up, babes. Which is why they wouldn't have come up when production vetted Vasana. We reached out to Vasana, no word back. Child, she in Fiji somewhere flying the back all the way back, TMZ. You don't know that you don't know them flights is 1,000 freaking hours back. God damn it. Okay. Now, another Love Island person, y'all, that is under fire is the police officer. Well, their police department, y'all, is very upset because they feel as if they are now out of employee. They're out of an employee due to them going on Love Island and trying to do their big one. This is crazy. The department, you guys, is pissed. Okay, they even put out a statement. One of the police officers put out a statement basically saying like their departure has been an extreme disappointment seeing what they departed for. Because you know when you go on these shows, you can't say, "Oh, I'm about to go on this reality show." You got to kind of lie. Okay, they said police officer from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, quit his job to appear on season 8 of Love Island USA. City officials said they're frustrated because the police department spent thousands of taxpayer dollars training him, and he is already struggling to fill open positions. Mayor J. William Reynolds said the officer's departure leaves another vacancy that likely can't be filled until next year. The former officer, Sean Rifle, is a part of the reality show's cast, which premieres June 2nd. The mayor criticized the decision, saying he never expected reality TV to take precedence over a policing career. First of all, being a police officer do not pay like it used to, babes. So don't you be upset in your feelings due to the fact that this man wants to chase his dreams, okay? Him and his dominant teeth. He wants to be dominant against some of the women in the villa. Don't be mad, okay? Don't ever, this is why these 9 to 5s be blowing me. Don't ever let a job hold you back from going out and following your dreams. He could easily go and be a police officer years from now. Please. Please. Okay? They're always hiring, goddammit. Okay? So I ain't even mad at the man for doing something like that. Now, they said this is what he's quoted in saying, y'all. He said, "I never thought I'd see the day in America where reality TV participation wins out over a police officer." Okay? And said now the backlash is putting online with some accusing Sean of chasing fame over public service, while others say he had every right to leave and pursue a bigger opportunity. Okay. Listen, and another thing too, shout out to Reality T Recap. This is my thoughts too. If one person leaves you short staff, you are the company needs help. That department needs to be looked at. Somebody needs to depart. Okay, and it might be you. All right. Let me know what y'all think down below about already this Love of Atlanta trailer and more. Leave your thoughts below, and we're out, babies.